Yo, I'm Mnemonic, and you have the ability to take something simple and make it amazing. Welcome to another video brought to you by BandLab. In this one, we're talking about fades, something many people have been waiting for. Let's do this. All across the internet, including comments on my YouTube channel, people have been asking, how do you fade out sounds in BandLab? It's a simple question, and now there's a simple solution that's available on iOS, Android, and the web version of BandLab. On a mobile device, you simply tap on an audio region and you tap fades, and then you can adjust the fades for the beginning of that audio region or the end of that audio region. The simplicity and the utility of this feature is not to be understated. I use fades all the time in my own productions, and you can also get really creative with it, and that's what I want to show you with this project. Check it out. Too easy. Now, before I get this comment down below, fades only works on audio regions. I said it before, but I'm saying it again right now. It's not going to work on MIDI regions, and that applies to iOS, Android, and web. What I'm going to show you right now is just some creative ways to use fades in your BandLab projects, and I'm going to start with a MIDI track. What I need to do right now is export this track as a WAV file and then bring it back into the project so it'll be an audio region. Remember that? Can I just click and drag? Oh, yes I can. Awesome. Now I'm going to bring this track right under it and make it the same color so I don't get confused. And this is what we have right here. Now, to access fades, simply double click on that audio region and it's going to pull up the editor. Another way you could do that is clicking the editor button down at the left. Then in the audio region detail, you'll have a little slider at the front and the back or the end of that audio region. I am going to get a little creative and make my own sidechain compression type effect. Okay, I'm here to explain very quickly what sidechain compression is. You know in songs when the kick is going and then the keys or the synth, the other sounds are going, so it's like, the kick, every time it kicks, it's kicking the keys or the synth, all the other sounds. It's making them duck, basically. And that's what sidechain compression is. You have a compressor, and it's being sidechained to another channel, and it's lowering the volume every time the other thing is doing its thing. Yeah. Okay, now that you know what sidechain compression is, if you didn't, to do this, I am going to make a lot of slices. It's going to take a while. I don't know why I decided to do this, but it's going to be cool. Just give me time. Now that I have those regions sliced, I'm going to click on each individual region and fade it in one time. Since I have it set to snap to grid, you can see it snaps right there, which makes it easy. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to sound, but if my calculations are correct or my imagination, it'll have that cool sidechain pumping effect that you hear quite often and gives it a nice bounce. Let's listen to it. That's awesome. That actually sounds almost a little bit better than I thought. Of course, you got to spend a little bit more time and effort clicking away at things, but because BandLab doesn't have sidechain compression capabilities at the moment, you could use fades. Now moving on to this drum track, there's a part where there's a hi-hat roll, and I want to fade that out to give it just a little bit of depth and movement. Right there, so it's quick. I'm going to make a slice right there, click on a region, and then tap S. That's the hotkey. Now this region ends where that hi-hat is, and I'm going to simply just fade that out after the snare hits. Let's check this out. It's subtle, but it gives it some movement. We could do it right here as well. Let's try that. It's not as fast of a hi-hat pattern, but that'll sound cool. Lastly, I'm going to use fades kind of the way that it was designed, but it's a transitionary moment where all of the instruments are going and then the final melody remains at the end of this little beat that I made, just to show you that you can use it to make transitions a little bit smoother. Here's what it sounds like right now. So it's kind of abrupt and it throws you off a little bit, especially the strings. So I am going to delete that one. I'm just gonna fade it out like this. That helped a whole bunch. Once again, before and after. With the fadeaway, just gonna fade out this last sound and call it good. Be the dramatic, slow fade out of the song. And fade. Fade it out, fade it in, fade it in, fade it out. Fade it in, fade it out. That's the end of this video. Simple, right? Hopefully you found this inspiring. If this did give you a little boost of creativity, go push more buttons. But before you leave, push the like button for me. That would be much appreciated. Subscribe. You've made it this far. What are you doing here? More BandLab videos are on the way. Also, other music making fun that I'm doing on my channel. So please stick around for that. I'm glad that you're here. But be gone. Go make more music. Peace. I almost just fell off my chair. Okay, bye.